What's up, YouTube? It's Dreadhead. I'm here with my 2003 Lincoln LS. I had headlight issues because I had water buildup or moisture buildup inside of my headlight housing, and I didn't know how to I knew how to get it out, but I was really leaving it up to the shop that was doing the repairs on my vehicle to get it out, and they didn't want to, so I had no choice but to take it in my own hands. So, for you new guys out here that's really new to the Lincoln LS, yes, this is a complex vehicle, but it's not as complex if you have the right tools. There will be 3 bolts you would have to take off in order to remove the whole housing. It would be a bolt all the way down here, but in order to get to it, let me pop. Okay, from up here, it's a bolt right here, well, as you see, and then you have another one, which would be right here, and then your final one is this. So 1, 2, 3. Once you get those 3 off, this one will be the hardest one to actually get because you can't necessarily reach your hand down here because the whole headlight housing covers majority of this, so you can see the hole just like that, and you can barely reach your hand down there. But once you get everything off, you can pop it off, and it takes a little second, but you can work it off. You'll get it off, and then you'll want to disconnect this. This is the main wire harness that actually activates everything, and then it's another harness right here, this harness. This is another one that will connect to your LED lights for your running blinker lights, and it will just run a blinker light, as you know. But enough with all of that. Let's skedaddle on to the good part. So I have my headlight, and it's flipped upside down. I removed it. I seen it was a lot of water buildup. It was a lot. I had removed the main guard right around here. Then I removed this plate right here, and then I had removed this bulb. I also tend to remove the LEDs that you have for your blinker. I removed that, and that also let open an opening, but what I needed was an opening so all the moisture could evaporate out of it, and that's what I asked the shop to do. And they used the air gun, and the air gun didn't work because it just blew moisture into smaller particles, and then over time it just recalculated back up. But yes, as you see, I do have silicone. The shop just cheaply silicone my whole headlight housing. They said that it could possibly be the reason why moisture got in, but I legitly knew moisture was not in there before. But as of right now, I'm taking care of it before anything gets worse. But as you see, it's 4 for each one. It's 4 for this one, 4 for this one, and then 4 for this one. This would take an actual regular Phillips screwdriver, and then this would take the star keys. If I actually look up here and get the proper one, this is the size I use. Let me let it focus in real quick. There we go. And yeah, use that, and it'll fit right in there. Like I said, the regular screwdriver for all 4 of those. Everything pops off very easily. Just make sure if you have to change your headlight bulb, especially if you have HIDs, make sure you do wear hand protection. I do not have hand protection because the only bulb that I'm literally working with taking out of the housing is this one. So that's the only one that I'm really working with, and that's really not a big deal because I'm changing those to LED also. So if those go out, got LEDs to go in. But what I've actually been letting my headlight actually sit out for, I want to say it's been 2.5 hours now. And so far with the moisture, I have none. Majority of the moisture had dried up, but I want to actually make sure. And when I actually came out here to check on it, I seen it was completely dry, but something was telling me to check the ballast area. And when I checked the ballast area, I seen all kind of moisture and water build up at the bottom. But well, it wasn't technically at the bottom, it was now on the ballast because I had flipped it over. But yeah, and didn't know it wasn't that much moisture where the moisture just drained all at the top. It was just enough to sit on top of the ballast and, sit around in the gasket area. I don't know if it actually properly focus in, but it was water in that area, like tons of water all up in this area right here. And I got it all out, which soaked it out with a paper towel. Just be real gentle with your headlight, especially if you have HIDs. But so far so good. Didn't take very long, but that's my video, YouTube. This is Dreadhead signing out. Hopefully you guys will be seeing the build.